Hello guys, if you clicked on this video, you must be very lucky because this video will most likely not go viral. Also, if you have chosen this video, you must want to push to 1,000 trophies without dealing with toxic teamers. I got you. Here's the ultimate no teaming guide to max tier without needing to have good friends and players that can carry you to max tier. Foremost, I just wanted to say that you don't need a meta brawler to push. I pushed Crow to max tier without teaming, who is not meta since a long time. I pushed many more brawlers to max tier who are not meta. If you are comfortable playing solo showdown, I suggest not to play other modes with randoms, because the randoms became much worse after the update. You find 5K players in 800 and 900 lobbies who are not good players. The worst game modes you can play is duo showdown and 3 versus 3 game modes with randoms. I never played 3 versus 3 games with my brawlers, who I seriously wanted to push to 1,000. I also don't suggest playing duo showdown because there are more teams to deal with, and if your teammate dies and you are surrounded by players, you likely don't have a chance of surviving. There are 5 teams in duo, and even if you place 3 or 4, you lose trophies or get nothing. Even with win streaks, you get 0 trophies on 3rd place. If you are not comfortable with solo, the best game mode is Trio Showdown. I am so happy Brawl Stars added this game mode because there are 3 people in the team and there is an enormous chance of getting 3rd place. You still have a big chance of getting 2nd. Normally in Trio, the team who has most cubes has the biggest chance of winning the game. If you get 2nd with a 5 win streak, you get 12 trophies per game. Now you might say yes, but there are also randoms. Yes, but the randoms are somehow better in Trio than Duo. Even if you get a bad random, there is still a chance that the other one is a good one. If you are pushing throwers like Dinah, Sprout, Larry and Lori, etc., I highly suggest you to play Trio. Don't even think about playing solo. Just believe me guys, because I have pushed Dinah and Larry and Lori in solo, and it was my worst nightmare. I advise you guys not to play solo unless you are Tautas, Tamar 753, or Mitsu with Dinah. In the last 2 or 3 minutes of the videos, you will see my last match to rank 50 Crow. Now let's get to the tips. In solo, from 0 to 700 trophies, I suggest you to play aggressively, and I promise you the matches will be finished under 2 minutes. At 750 elo, start by getting cubes at the beginning of the match. If there is no one in the middle, you should quickly get those cubes unless, of course, you are either a thrower or a brawler with under 6k health. 0 cubes is a bad start. 1 and 2 cubes is an okay start. 3 and 4 cubes are a good start. 5+ cubes is a great start. It really matters how many cubes you have. If you have 2 or less cubes, I propose to camp until you're 5th place at least. If you've got 5 or more cubes, then it's go time. You're allowed to play aggressive, take fights, and pressure others, especially if you have a brawler that snowballs hard like Shelly, Surge, or Kit. But please, don't throw your lead. Having 5 cubes and rushing into a 10-cube teamer duo, that's a quick trip back to the lobby. Now let's talk about positioning. Where you stand on the map is everything. If you're top right corner and the circle is shrinking left, rotate early. Getting caught by zone pressure while 2 players chase you is basically game over. Stick to the edges when you're low on cubes or using throwers. Don't stay in the open unless you're Brock with rocket fuel or Piper with 8 cubes and a death wish. High elo tips, 800 to 1,000 trophies. This is where the real game starts. At this level, people start to team a lot. But here's the thing, even if they team, most of them are bad at it. They spin, walk up together, and then turn on each other 10 seconds later. That's where you come in. Let them weaken each other, and then third party like a king. That's literally the meta. When you're in the 900s, don't take fights just because you're bored. Take fights you're confident in. Be smart, be sneaky, and wait for the right moment to strike. Also, keep track of supers. If you know that Edgar or Leon has their super, play it safe. One mistake, and boom, you're 7th place with -4 trophies. Gears and star powers matter a lot. Don't go in with level 9s unless you're just built different. Damage gear, speed gear, or shield, whichever works best for your brawler, use it. These small boosts make a huge difference in tight fights, especially in top 3 situations. For star powers, make sure you're using the one that matches your playstyle. For example, Crow's carry-in star power is insane for aggressive plays, while Extra Toxic is better for surviving longer. Now let's talk about Trio Showdown, one of the best modes in the game if you're trying to push to max tier without teaming. First of all, whoever controls the middle of the map usually wins. In fact, the team that has the most cubes wins about 70% of the time. That's not just a random number, it's real. Power cubes equals power plays.
Also, random teammates in trio are way better than in duo. Don't ask me why, it's just facts. Even if one teammate throws, the other can still pop off and carry the fight. You've got 3 players, not 2, so there's way more room for comebacks. Another big tip, don't feed enemy supers early. A charged Edgar, Stu, or Maisie in late game. You're done, stay patient at the start, take smart fights, and deny charge as much as possible. And when your team stacks 8+ cubes, start acting like the boss. Push teams out of the bushes, control space, and take full advantage of your lead. Just don't ego push 1v3. Stick together and bully weaker teams. Remember, placement is key. Even if you don't win, second place on a 5-win streak gets you plus 12 trophies. Do that 10 games in a row, and you're already in the high 800s. Trio Showdown is honestly one of the most fun and consistent modes to push in. No need to rely on perfect teammates. Just follow the plan, rotate smart, and stack those cubes. Alright guys, that's the full no teaming guide to hit max tier. And now, as promised, here's the final game that got my Crow to rank 50. No teammates, no teamers, just pure skill and smart plays. Watch closely how I rotated, picked my fights, and secured the dub. And while the gameplay rolls, don't forget to drop a like if this helped you out. Subscribe to NextJanks for more raw, real guides. And let me know in the comments which brawler you want me to push next. Let's get it.
Drop that.
И пока эта муха будет гладить свои лапки, я буду говорить, что у меня все в порядке. В среднем человек в день может врать до 200 000 раз. Вот и я солгу сейчас, а потом ты уйдешь, а я останусь. Станет странное сердце бестолковое усталостью. Я буду бояться остаться один на один с этой комнатой цветных пелерин, тобою связанных на мне пелерин. Целуй меня, целуй меня, целуй меня, целуй меня, пока лучи не целятся в нас, пока еще мы что-то чувствуем, пока мы еще здесь.